Hey, welcome back to Money Smart Basics. Alfonso here. Let me say something that might shock you. Most people watching this right now are not going to be able to retire. Not because they didn't work hard, not because they didn't try, but because nobody ever showed them the real numbers. See, we've been told all our lives, work 30, 40 years, save a little money, and everything will be okay. But what if I told you that plan is outdated? What if I told you retirement is not about your age, it's about your income? In this video, I'm going to break down something that completely changed the way I look at retirement. And when you hear it, it might change the way you look at your future too. So stay with me, because this right here, this could be the wake-up call you didn't know you needed. You ever hear people say, "I'm just waiting to retire"? Let me ask you something. Waiting on what? Because retirement is not a date, it's not a birthday, and it's definitely not something that just shows up one day because you turned 62 or 65. Retirement is about income, and that right there is where most people get it wrong. Most people are planning for retirement based on age, but they're not planning for retirement based on money. And that's a dangerous place to be, because I want you to really think about this. If your job stopped paying you today, how long could you survive? Not how long you could stretch it, not how long you could borrow. How long could you live, comfortably, with no paycheck coming in? That's what retirement really is. Now, I came across something that really made me stop and think, and I want to break it down with you real simple. They say, for every $1,000 a month you want in retirement, you need about $240,000 saved. Let that sink in for a second. So if you want $2,000 a month, that's $480,000. If you want $3,000 a month, that's $720,000. If you want $5,000 a month, you're looking at $1.2 million. Now let me ask you something honestly. How many people do you know that have that kind of money saved? And more importantly, how many people are even on track to get there? See, this is the part nobody really talks about. We've been taught all our lives, go to work, save a little money, put something in a 401k, and somehow everything is going to work out. But nobody ever sits down and shows you the math. Nobody ever breaks it down like this. Because if they did, a lot of people would realize, I'm not as ready as I thought I was. And then we lean on Social Security. We say, well, I'll just get Social Security. But let me tell you something. Social Security was never designed to take care of you. It was designed to assist you. There's a big difference. Now, yes, you can start taking it at 62, but if you do, you're taking about a 30% cut. 30%. That's like working all your life, and then deciding to take a pay cut right when you stop working. Now, on the flip side, if you wait until 70, your benefit increases about 8% every year. So now you've got a decision to make. Do you take it early and get less, or wait and get more, but delay your income? But here's the bigger question. What if Social Security was never meant to be your main plan in the first place? What if it was only supposed to be one piece of the puzzle? See, back in the day, they had something called the three-legged stool. You had Social Security, you had pensions, and you had your personal savings. But today, that stool is broken. Most people don't have pensions anymore. So now it's really just two legs. And for a lot of people, it's barely one. And we're wondering why people are struggling in retirement. I saw another number that really caught my attention. The median retirement savings for people between 65 and 74 is around $200,000. Now, based on what we just talked about, $200,000 gives you about $800 a month. $800. Can you live on that? Be honest with yourself. That's why you see so many people working in their 70s, going back to work, or never retiring at all. Not because they want to, but because they have to. And I don't want that for you. So the question becomes, what do we do about it? First thing, we've got to get real about our numbers. You can't fix what you won't face. You need to know, what does it actually cost you to live every month? Not guess, not estimate, know your number. Because once you know your number, now you can build a plan around it. Second thing, you've got to understand this. Saving alone is not enough anymore. I know that might go against what you've been taught, but just saving your way to retirement, for most people, is not going to get it done. You need income, multiple streams of income. Because if all your money is sitting in one place, and the market shifts, or inflation goes up, or something unexpected happens, you're exposed. This is why I talk about things like real estate, dividends, business income, affiliate income, network marketing. Not because one is better than the other, but because you need options. You need flexibility. You need income coming in, whether you're working or not. That's the goal. Not just retirement, but financial independence. Now let me say this. This is important. This is not about getting rich overnight. This is about being intentional. This is about saying, I'm going to take control of my financial future starting today. Because every year you wait, it gets harder. But the good news is, it's not too late. You just need a plan and consistency. Let me leave you with this. What would your life look like if you had just one extra $1,000 a month coming in? Now imagine 2, 3, 4 streams. Now you've got options. Now you've got freedom. So after this video, I want you to do one thing. Write down your number. What do you need every month to live comfortably? Then ask yourself, where is that money going to come from? And if you don't have that answer, that's where you start. Not tomorrow, not next year. Start now, because your future is depending on what you do today. If this message hit you, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs it. And leave me a comment. What does your retirement look like? And what's one step you're going to take starting today? And remember this, don't just plan for retirement, plan for income, because income is what makes retirement possible. I'll see you in the next one. The information provided in this content is for educational and informational purposes only, and should not be considered financial, legal, or tax advice. Always consult with a qualified financial advisor, tax professional, or legal counsel before making any financial decisions. The creator of this content is not responsible for any actions taken based on the information provided. Investments and financial decisions carry risk, and past performance does not guarantee future results.